I think I'm just going to close in a wee second. Do you know, I was quite impressed the other day there that North America, USA, they won grade 2?
Yeah, the city of Dunedin from Florida, yeah.
Aye, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what was it? The kids did something, and one of the other grades, was it a juvenile grade or something? I should have looked this up, I'm sorry folks. But North America has shown through very strongly on Saturday there in the results, and that is tremendous. Do you think that the standard is coming back up again in North America generally?
I think generally it is.
I don't mean that as a criticism, but there was
it's definitely been.
I thought there was a dip there in Toronto for a while, and Ian K. MacDonald and others have sort of brought it back up again with the gold medals, and that's a tip. But below the tip, there must be other stuff.
Yes, there's lots of players. I wonder, just on the band thing. I think the solo scene is very healthy in Canada. And remember, Canada. I know Canada the best because I'm Canadian. But the west coast of Canada, the east coast, and then you got central Canada, which is Ontario, which is where I'm from, and it's pretty healthy. But I wonder, in the worlds, if bands are entering these competitions in the lower grades especially, and the RSPBA is not really, I don't know, like how do you know what this band sounds like? So are they entering the competitions, are they in the right grade? So perhaps they're entering a lower grade and then they're coming to the top, and and maybe they should have been in a higher grade. And I'm not saying that's true, but I sometimes wonder, how do they grade the lower grade bands accurately? I guess it's almost impossible to do, but there's got to
really. And the days of online recording and everything else, you could fire through a file to RSPBA and say, look, here's a certified file.
Exactly.
Here's a North American judge, whatever, and he's certified that we did play that set on that night, sort of thing, and here it is for good or ill, and if the quality's poor, then that's part of our fault, and we've got to ensure our own quality of recording, and we fire that through. So I think that could be overcome quite simply with a wee bit will and imagination. On the pipe band thing, I did listen to every band in both disciplines, MSR and medley, on Saturday online, and I thought a fantastic listen. Grade 1 was great. I think that's the first time I've really admired the whole grade 1 rather than just the top prize winners. For instance, 78 Fraser Highlanders had a wonderful medley.
Yes.
The accuracy and the dexterity and everything else. I don't know how these guys could play these tunes with the clarity they did, and it was played with pace, and it was interesting. And what did they get? 10, 11, something like that. Who cares? They actually played very, very well indeed.
Yes.
I did Triumph Street Delco, who were last, and I heard them on Friday. I thought they were not that great on Friday, and I had a brief discussion with somebody else who thought I was talking rubbish and walked away. But and they were right on Friday, and I was wrong because on Saturday they produced
the goods.
They produced the goods.
Yeah.
So even the 12th band in Saturday
still pretty great.
Was very, very good.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what kind of personnel have these guys got in the pipe corps there? It must be A grade.
Oh, well, I think it's awfully good.
And the preparation on top of B grade soloists that are getting in there and playing that stuff with the clarity and the precision.
I think it speaks to the preparation and the leadership to bring it all together in these bands.
Yeah.
It's just tremendous, and I just feel here I am coming from Canada, but that's only a 6-hour flight heading east to Scotland. When I look at New Zealand, there's 3 New Zealand bands. What's that? $300,000 or £180,000 between them, and they never got to play really in the World Championships. So it's like that's a whole other subject, but my heart goes out to them.
Well, I wrote an article in the Pipe Band magazine on the size of bands and all the rest of it, but I'd love to do another article, but I'll leave it to you to do it. On
they should be limited. They should be limited.
Everybody should be playing on the Saturday. And how do you do it? Just limit the numbers of bands in the first grade in the first place.
Well, that comes back to the grading. Tight entry point.
1A, 1B, if you like, and the top end of grade 2 plays along with the bottom end of grade 1, and another grade. No, I'm talking about the qualifiers.
No,
the Friday,
yeah.
The guys that didn't qualify at all, they could be playing in another grade along with grade 2, top of grade 2. And it gives everybody a wee opportunity for a prize. Just leave it with your 12 that you had on Saturday, you know, and you want to have qualifying, whatever. But give everybody a tune on the Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, there's got to be a solution that works, but there's no atmosphere on Friday. No atmosphere at all. It's just not. It's just a dead zone of. You know, people are just going through the motions. They're doing their best, but it's just very insular. You got these grade 1 bands doing their best to get through the qualifier and then doing the business and get out. There's no atmosphere.
Well, I was at the qualifiers on Friday, and it was wet. It was miserable. It was umbrella weather.
Heavy on the miserable.
And it was bloody cold too.
Yes.
You know.
Here we are selling the World Pipe Band Championships. We should be doing adverts.
But
sweating miserable.
What I did notice, what occurred to me, correct me here, is the top bands didn't seem to bother a whistle. It was almost as if they'd taken the pipes out 5 minutes before it, tuned them up and just went on and played. We're getting through. The only ones that try to put on a performance to get through with the likes of Johnson and stuff like that, who had to play the best they could with the best tone they could and everything else to try and squeeze through, which they did.
Which they did, yeah.
Yeah. But one's well above them. I get the impression they weren't trying a leg, you know, just we're getting through, so let's just. And it was pretty bloody rough. You know, and then Saturday they put on a performance, of course, and you could see where they're coming from. Why ruin the pipes of Friday to, you know?
Yeah, when you get the main event the next day. No, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear a lot of the bands on the Friday, so I really can't comment.
So it's really, you know, your Fridays are a waste of time. It's not a good day.
No. It's not a good day. But it's still an exciting, great event that still, you know, grows. At least Piping Live grows all the time. I'm not sure if the world's crowds get bigger, but Piping Live grows.
A comment on Piping Live?
Yeah, I just think it's just fantastic, and it's becoming a true bagpipe festival where you've got not just Highland pipes, but you're getting all these other pipes and people. You know, it's a really rich social atmosphere, and people are exchanging ideas. It's becoming very, I think, important to the global connectivity of bagpipe music that week.
What events did you go to, say, Wednesday or Thursday?
I went to the St. Lawrence O'Toole concert. It was excellent.
Uh-huh.
I went to the Gaelic night at Drygate with Alan MacDonald and Mike Katz and company, and that was excellent. I went to, I went to Karen McCrindle Warren's book launched. That was the Ayrshire book, quite an amazing piece of work. It was non-stop. Oh, Bruce Gandy's recital was excellent.
Yeah.
I'm biased though, but it was excellent.
Did you go on Thursday night to the Alistair Gillis Memorial night?
No, I had band practice, so I couldn't.
So it just mention about band practices and coinciding with these things.
Well, you know, it's at the end of the day, you're there. If you're in a band, you're there to do the business on the weekend. So band practice take priority over everything else, and you can't do everything. And that's how I justify it to myself. But it'd be nice if we could have. I mean, there's people working through the day. You can't have band practices at 10 o'clock in the morning, you know. So you have to be fair. No, it was okay.
So it was a splendid week.
It was a great week. It was a great week. Hats off to all the organizers. I know that the resource pool is run pretty thin at that week. They're all working full on. to make the whole thing happen. But it works, and it does.
What about the world champions?
Well, what can you say? I mean, Richard is, I think I'd say he's certainly king of the pipe bands. And at the moment, I can't see, they're just a brilliant band. They just get better and better, and which they have to, because all the other bands are getting better and better.
And isn't that the secret, that they don't rest in their laurels?
They don't, surely
they
don't.
Obviously listen to what's going on round about and improve accordingly.
He's got, I mean, he really has a continuous improvement mindset, Richard Parkes does. I mean, so does Alan Tully, and so does Stuart Little, and so does everybody. But Richard's got that, has had that for years, and he keeps doing it. So you'd have to respect that.
Listen, Mike Gray, thanks very much for your time. We could talk here all day.
We could.
But you've got books to sell.
Yes. Damn it. Thanks a lot, Alan.
All the best.
All the best.